Yo, what is going on YouTube? This your boy Kamen Rider Zero Spike back again once again, and today we're here for Kamen Rider Revice episode 47. Now this was dope. I mean it was a hodgepodge of like just multiple things going on. Like there were just so many story plots. I mean it was okay. It was an okay episode, like fight wise, and I do like a lot of the dialogue, but there was so much going on in this episode. Like we just randomly figured out something about Gift that maybe his inner dimension is a part of him, which that makes sense. I mean, like that inner dimension is a part of him, and that whole cocoon thing, and that whole like the like the demon bugs thing, like that just got thrown out of the window. Like where was that? I mean, I thought that was gonna be like a reoccurring thing because it just kind of happened once and it didn't happen again in this episode. I don't know about that. Like it's just like I thought that was gonna be a thing and now it's just gone. But no Orteka. I guess they just keeping Orteka in the back. You know, if he does or if he escapes or does anything. Ever since he came back, we haven't seen anything of him. We see that. We get a new form for Jean. We get a new form for Sakura, which is Invincible Jean, and I do like this form. It looks cool. It gives me a lot of XA, Muteki kind of vibes. She's able to use like her hair, or like I guess they're like hair or quills. Like it can be quills. She's a King Cobra, but she's able to use these as a as like blades, or like just as like just she, like, her and Lova-chan actually fused together in this. The suit actually looks cool. Like suit actually looks cool. It looks like an actual like kind of upgrade. Lova-chan is like like her face is like on the front, on the chest of it, so it looked pretty cool. She's actually able to control the hair. She's actually able to control it herself and make it spring out and kill a bunch of demons and stuff, which is cool. We got to see Tamaki actually become Kamen Rider over demons after inheriting it's basically from Hideko, and actually, he didn't do much. We didn't see him, like it was kind of short lived. I mean, we've seen just about everything freaking over demons can do. So I don't think Tamaki is gonna like show off all of that right then in his debut. Really, when we really have just this. Technically, this episode was the debut of Invincible Jean, so I'm not gonna have over demons doing anything like that really, just because there's a new guy in it. And yeah, let's see that we saw Hiromi go over to George. We see George is acting pretty freaking strange. Like he does not care about like what's going on in the outside world right now. All he cares about his research and what he's currently working on, which if you know what I'm talking about, wink wink, he's working on something, and he feels like the research that he's doing right now is more important than what's going on with Gift and stuff like that. And Hiromi's like, you're not gonna help them fight? He's like, nah, I'm not. Nah, they'll Igarashis are cool. They'll pull something out of their butts or whatever. They'll make a miracle happen. They always do that. So we saw that, he ends up, I guess just to get Hiromi out of his office, he gives him like a bow. He gives him like a bow and an arrow. And this bow and arrow does come into play later, which kind of really didn't make sense because we see Hiromi using a bow later on. But we do see Iki and Daiji are fighting a crap ton of Giftarians and Hell Giftarians, and also like the level 3 demons that Gift is able to bring back. Everybody's fighting these dudes. Everybody's fighting these dudes. While they're fighting them, we see that a bow is like Homer uses this bow, and it's actually able to take out an entire like Giftarian. Like this one bow, this one arrow takes out a whole Giftarian. I'm like, what the what? Where was this bow before? Where was this bow and arrow before, yo? Like, where was this? What was going on with this? Where was this bow coming from? I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I don't want. If you've seen the episode, you know what's going on. But I did like the family rider kick that we had going on, which actually was pretty freaking cool. Sibling rider kick with special guest Vice. But there's one thing that is kind of grind that was like I was kind of like I was kind of like, where did this come from? Because when Vice goes inside, while they're distracting Giff on the outside, we see that they send in Vice to attack him on the inside, basically finding a way to hurt him while he's inside of his while Vice is inside of his little pocket, inside of Giff's pocket dimension. So turns out Giff's coffin is in there. His stone coffin, the big stone coffin that was a big ass deal for a lot of episodes. Yeah, that thing's in there. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where did this thing come from? Where did that come from? Because I kind of felt like they destroyed that thing, or he came out of it, and I felt like, well, like, didn't he like destroy it when he came out of it? Like, after he came out of it, we never saw it again after that. And it wasn't Vice. Didn't Vice get kidnapped by Giff at one point? He was kidnapped by Giff and was inside of that, and was inside of that pocket I mentioned before, and we didn't see the coffin then. I feel like we should have foreshadowed that. You should have been able to foreshadow that whole, like, it just foreshadow the coffin being in there. But nah, it just pops up. And it really didn't make any sense like that. I was like, okay, this coffin has been in here the whole time. Like, because after Giff came out, we didn't really see the coffin again. Like, when he got his full, like, walking around, I'm just gonna wave my hand to shoot blast at you form. Yeah, like, it was just conveniently there. So we see that Vice is trying to destroy the coffin, but the coffin is actually fighting him back. And I'm just like, how is that? It's like shooting lasers at him. It's like got, that CGI arm that is attacking him with, the hand he slapped Aguilera with. Yeah, that thing, which is, that slap was actually still pretty, like, wow. But yeah, so this coffin the whole coffin thing kind of just came out of nowhere. But we see that they ended up they ended up destroying the coffin. And Iki and Vice ended up destroying the coffin and also hitting Vice at the same time, and it ends up destroying the coffin. So now they're able to actually hurt Giff on the outside, because we saw that even though they had Giff cells inside of Gifford Rex, some of their attacks and things like that were not working against Giff at all, and they couldn't hurt him. Like, no matter what they did, they couldn't hurt him. Also, quick side note, that moment where Iki and Vice made a crap ton of clones of themselves, why didn't they ever do that again? I'm just saying, why didn't they ever do that again? Because all the times after they've been fighting like gangs of like whole hordes of demons, why didn't they ever do that again? That would have been it would have been so convenient. Like, they need the help technically. So it's like, where did that even come from? Why haven't they done that again? I really like, that was a very useful technique, and it was just a one and done. Just a one and done to display the new ultimate form. But we see that after they've destroyed the coffin, they're able to hit Giff and actually hurt him, like I said before. And they did the classic, trying to tell Giff that, yeah, like, humans are this, humans are that, but we still, like, us and our demons still, like, really need each other. Like, we really need each other to, like, live life and things like that. And they ended up doing the sibling rider kick with special guest Vice, and they ended up destroying Giff in a really cool way, actually. This 4-way rider kick they gave him, man, that explosion was really freaking cool. Like how it stopped time for a while, and the explosion, like, it was really cool. And turns out, after they destroyed Giff, we see this anomaly in the sky. We see like this clouds of like darkness and light and all this, like, it looks very Kingdom Heartsy. But yeah, they see that forming all up in the sky. And then we go back to George, who seems like he's in some kind of trance, seems like he's in some kind of, just something's messing with him. And we see that his belt is, his driver is at 72%, and we see his shadow. And who rises from his shadow? If you know, you know. It is his demon. We know that Masami, he did put a demon inside of George, and this is that demon starting to manifest. And if you don't know, this demon's name is Chick or Chick. It's CH. Yeah, it was CHI or no, CHIC. So a Chick. So yeah, his demon's weird. Like if you've seen the Kamen Rider Chimera, the Kamen Rider Chimera movie, stuff like that, you see Chick. He's there. He's kind of the main villain of this. He's the first demon you see in that movie, and he fights George. But if you haven't seen my review of that movie, go check that out. It's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But yeah, we see that he's being possessed by it. In the next episode, we see everybody's kind of moved on. I guess everybody's kind of just living their lives. People that like doing stuff like that. And we see the debut of Kamen Rider Jiga. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. We're going to save it for next week's episode. We're going to see George's rider form. And I don't know why George is possessed by his demons. So I don't know why is he gonna attack the Igarashis or something like that. I don't know why. I guess maybe to stop the whole gift stuff, because they still have gift cells. Like gift still exists within them. So it's like, I guess in order to, stop whatever, in the whole like gift DNA passing down thing, I guess that's what he's maybe trying to do. But we'll get to that in a minute. I mean, he's still like, still resenting his dad, stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. But I did love the conversation between Love-chan and Sakura. She realizes that the cut on Love-chan's back was not a injury. It was actually a result of her. It was a sign of her, evolution, her molting. And I kind of felt like if they were gonna do that, I felt like Love-chan probably should have got a different form or something like that. Like something different should have happened to her. She still looks exactly the freaking same. It's just that she can talk now. Well, she's talking regularly now in front of everyone, and she's able to fuse together with Sakura. We've seen Love-chan's evolution throughout the series. She's able to turn into different weapons. But this time she's like a whole ass form to a degree. But also one thing with we don't see how her Vice Stamp becomes the King Cobra Vice Stamp. It's just sort of there. She just pulls it out. So she just pulls it out and flops it on the table. Like we didn't see like the Vice Stamp transforming into the King Cobra Vice Stamp. It was weird. I'm like, and also they didn't do like when Tamaki transformed, which is kind of goofy, but it makes sense because it's Tamaki. But he ends up transforming into Overdemons, but it didn't do the sound. I'm nitpicking, but it didn't do like that sound like when you press the button. That sound didn't go off. All you got was the kuharada. And he henshins. You got all the other sounds, but you didn't get the button press sound. Like, it was just so much going on in this episode. And I feel like Tamaki's kind of grown up a bit. He wants to protect people, stuff like that. But he tells Aguilera, he's like, I'm not doing this, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this, protect everybody, stuff like that. And I guess that's kind of like, Hideku is the push he needed. I don't know. Because him and Hideku become like really good friends. But at the same time, it was like, it just kind of came out of, didn't really come out of nowhere, because I really felt like Tamaki should have got his own form, like his own exclusive thing. It would have felt better. I felt like it would have been better if he got his own exclusive type thing. But they ended up defeating Gift, and then we're fighting George next episode. So, and also, what are they gonna do with Oteka, man? Like, for real, y'all just didn't bring this man back for nothing. He never died. He was inside of Cocoon the whole time. So. Apparently, I think apparently he's seen everything. Has Oteka really seen everything that's been going on? Probably. I don't know. I was getting real high, but anyway, uh, yeah, episode was fine. Fight wise, it was fine. The family rider kick with a special guest Vice was actually pretty freaking cool. But yeah, overall, episode was a meh. It was okay. Storytelling was I mean, it was so much going on. It was like so many different plot points. Yeah, they all came together somewhat in the end, but it was just so much happening. It just felt really rushed. But hey, I still love the episode though. I'm still loving it. I still love this series, man. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you thought about this episode down in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time. And remember, stay Henshin.